My brother likes to go out on the weekends and go to yard sales. And since he knows that I collect playing cards, he likes to look out for cheap playing cards to get for me. And yesterday, he came to me with these, a pack of jumbo playing cards. And as soon as I saw them, I knew I had to play something with them for the channel. These things are huge. If you want a comparison, I have a regular sized playing card right here. And the problem I ran into was that these cards are far too big for most solitaire games on my small playing space here, which is not very big. It's barely big enough to play games like 40 Thieves with standard size playing cards. So playing something like Klondike with cards that are this big is totally out of the question. But there are a couple of games with really small tableaus that we can play with them. And one such game is Four Seasons. If you've been watching my channel for a little while, you might have seen me play this game before. I've played it once before on the channel. These cards are so funny to riffle, by the way. I have played it before on this channel, and I think it was a few months ago. And I quite like it. It's a fun game. A bit hard to win. I can't guarantee we'll win a game tonight, but maybe we will. I have been practicing the game off camera, and I've been having pretty good results. I won 5 games in a row, which you're definitely not supposed to do in this game. It's not supposed to be winnable that often. So I think I just got really lucky. But we'll see if that luck carries over once the camera's turned on. These cards are so funny to handle. I'm sure they sound a bit different too. They sound different to me, but everything kind of sounds different once you record it and put it in the editor, so I'm curious how it sounds. It's probably deeper, I imagine. Like a bit thicker sounding, I guess, would be one way to put it. Okay, let's do one more shuffle, and then we'll deal out the first game, and I'll explain how to play Four Seasons, in case anyone here is not familiar with it, which I imagine is probably most people. It's not the most popular game. So Four Seasons is very quick to set up, and it has a very compact tableau, which is how we're able to play it with jumbo cards. Place one card in the center, then place another card above, another card below, and a card to the right, and a card to the left. Now finally, you draw one more card, and you put it in the corner. Now according to the traditional layout of the game, you put it in the corner like this. This is going to be a foundation, but I like to just do this instead and have the foundation sort of point out away from the center. 1, I think it looks nice, and 2, it makes it more obvious that these are the foundations and the center cards are the tableau. So the goal of the game is to stack the 4 foundation piles up in suit. Each foundation pile starts with the first card dealt to it. So in this game, we dealt a 3, so all of the foundations will start with a 3. Then you build them in ascending sequence by suit. So you would put a 4 of hearts, and then a 5 of hearts, and you would continue going up. Once you reach the king, it wraps around to ace, and then you can put a 2 on that. And once you have one card of each rank in the pile, you have finished the foundation. And once you do that with all 4 foundations, then you win the game. These 5 cards in the cross shape are called the tableau, and you can stack the tableau cards one at a time in descending sequence regardless of suit. So the 6 could be placed on the 7, or the 6 could also be placed on the 7, and this ace could be placed on the 2. Just like the foundations, the tableau piles wrap around, so a king can be placed on top of an ace. Again, you can only move one card at a time, and if you manage to empty out one of these spaces, you can fill the empty space with any single card. The rest of the cards go here in the stockpile. You draw cards from the stockpile one at a time and place them into what is called the waste pile. And the top card of the waste pile is always available for play, either to the tableau or to one of the foundations. There is no redeal, which means that once you go through the entire stock, you cannot take the waste pile and flip it over to form a new stock. That isn't allowed in this game. If you run out of cards in the stock and there are no more moves remaining, the game is over and you've lost. So that's all of the rules. Let's get started. We're going to start by moving this 6 to the 7 and the ace to the 2. Now we've got 2 empty spaces, which is good. You really want to have empty spaces. They really help you with moving your cards around. We're going to leave this 10 in the waste pile, and we're going to keep drawing for now. Okay, we got a 5. We can play that on the 6, another 5. We can play that on the other 6. We'll continue drawing. We get another 3. So that 3 serves as the base for our next foundation. We continue drawing. We get a queen. Nothing we can really do with that queen. A 4. That's good. We'll play that to the foundation here. Another queen. A jack. Now it's a bit tempting to maybe play the queen and then put the jack on top, but I think I'm gonna wait and leave these in the waste pile for now. Another jack. Interesting shuffle. Now we get another ace. That's all of the cards we're drawing right now are kind of cards that it's okay to leave towards the end because they're near the end of the sequence. So I'm not too worried about leaving them in the waste pile. Now this I'm a bit more interested in because I might want to put an 8 on this and then move this 7 pile over. We might see if we can do that. We got a 7, so let's do this. We'll play this 5 to the foundation, move this 5 to here, then play the 7 and move the 6 on top. We get a 2, not very helpful. 2 is going to be the last card we need in the foundation, so it doesn't really help us right now. We get a 4, let's play that to the hard foundation. A 10, we'll play that, and then we put the 9 on it. I kind of wish I could sneak this jack under there, but that's not going to happen. Another 2, another queen, another 4, you can put that on the 5, and another 4. Now this one we don't have a 5 to put it on. I'm going to move it to the empty space because I'm going to hope that we either get the 3 of diamonds or the 3 of clubs soon. If we get either of those, we can free this empty space back up. We can also free the empty space if we get a 5, which I think there are 2 5s remaining in the deck. So 4 cards in the deck that can free that empty space back up. Pretty decent odds that it's not going to get us in too much trouble. That's good. We get our 8. Once we free this space back up, we can move this 7 and 6 onto it. A king. We can put that on the ace, and then we'll put the queen on the king. Another 2, not super helpful. Another king. Another 6. Okay. I would like that to not get stuck in the waste pile, but we don't have any moves we can make right now, unfortunately. A 9. A king. That 6 getting stuck there might be what causes us to lose. And we're getting a lot of cards that we can't use now. There we go. Now we can open up that empty space again, and like that, and make some moves here, but I think it's too late to get back to that 6. It's 4 cards down. We would need to find spaces for all 4 of these cards, which we're just not going to be able to do. So hopefully that's not going to be too big of a problem. If the last 3 and the other 5s come quickly, we might be able to do something. We'll see. That's a 10. An 8. Let's do this. We can get that 8 on the field by doing this. Is this that's a 10 at the bottom of that one. And a 7. So we're going to do this. We're going to move this 5 and 4 over here. This 6 to the foundation, and then we'll put the 7 on the foundation. Unfortunately, the 3 and the 5s are taking a bit too long to show up. I think the 6 of hearts is still in the deck, so I feel okay doing that. There is the 5 of diamonds. It's the 1-5 we can't use right now. I'll put it there. Hopefully the 3 of diamonds should come up soon. There it is. Okay. I'm hoping I can fit all the cards on the screen, but I might not be able to. These cards down here might be cutting off a little bit. I'll try my best to avoid that, but it might be inevitable. Now we'd like to see the 5 of clubs and the 6 of hearts. Anything we can do about this? No, I don't think that helps. We'll leave that for now. The 9 of spades, 6 of hearts. There we go. We finally got it, but might be too late. We can sneak this 9 under here. And we'll play this 9 and 8 like that. We can play this 10 as well. We're stacking our foundations a bit unevenly is the problem here. That can end up causing problems. There we go. We finally get the 5 of clubs. Now let's see how far we can go with. Well, I think we still need. Oh, the 6 of diamonds is trapped down there. So yeah, that might be what causes the problems here. Well, let's see how far we can go. But I'm guessing not very far. That 6 of diamonds is really going to cause problems. And yeah, there we go. This is going to be where we get stuck. If we can get past this ace, maybe we could do something. But what's this last card? It's a jack. Okay, actually that jack does help because we can play this. Now we get an empty space. We can put the ace there. We get another empty space. This king. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Are we actually gonna win this? I was giving up. I think I gave up too soon. I think we actually won this. Let's not get too crazy though. It's not over yet. In fact, I think we actually still lost. It looked really promising for a second. That 10 of diamonds is so far down. If we could get to that jack, I think we're just barely not going to win. I got my hopes up. Oh, that's a shame. I'm trying to just see if there's any way to make this work. I think without a jack, we don't have the jack, and we're missing the one queen we need. Queen of Hearts would do it. Any of these jacks, I think, would do it. Oh, we would need specifically the Jack of Spades. Yeah, we're exactly one card away from winning because we can put this 2 here, but then there's nothing we can do with this 2. If we could get past this 2 and play this jack here and then the queen, then we would win. Oh, it's so close. That's so disappointing. I got too excited when we got to the 6 of diamonds. I thought once we got to the 6 of diamonds we won for sure, but not quite. So the first game was a loss, unfortunately, but it was a very exciting game. I definitely did get my hopes up a little bit. I really love these jumbo cards. There's something about playing with them that's so satisfying, and shuffling them. I will say they do feel a little bit cheap. Like, they don't feel like jumbo bicycle cards. Like, they don't have that great feel to them. They feel a little flimsy and floppy and not really like they're super well made, but the novelty alone is worth it, in my opinion. Let's give it one more shuffle, and then we'll start our second game. Okay. One in the middle, one above, one to the left, one to the right, and one below. And this is unfortunate. We didn't get any cards that can be stacked on each other. This is pretty rare when that happens, and it can cause some trouble. We'll see if it does. We're looking for a 4. That's what we want to see. Or a 4 or the Queen of Clubs. Oh, how lucky are we? Okay. That's good. Now, will our luck hold out? This is a pretty low card. It's tempting to keep it. Maybe hope for another 4, but I don't know. It's unfortunate to draw this card so early. We're gonna take it, I think. We'll gamble. Okay. Oh, wow, that was really lucky. Alright. We're still in this, and we're definitely gonna take that. Oh my goodness. This felt like it started so poorly, but we're just getting the luckiest draws of all time. There we go. Our second foundation. Does this start with a 10? No, it starts with an 8. This is the last card that we're gonna need, so it's okay for this to end up at the bottom of the stock. 8 is a little lower, but okay, I will take the 7 and the 8, like that. I'm gonna leave the 5, I think. Oh, it's tempting to take it. If we get a 6, we get our empty space back. How many 6s are still in the deck? I think there's 3, right? I think there's 3 6s still in the deck. I think I'm gonna take it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. These are all fine cards to be at the bottom. We can put this right here, and now we can put the king on top. Okay. That was another option for getting an empty space. And a 3. And I kind of want to keep that. A 4 gets us our empty space back. Looking for a 6 or a 4. A 7. Hopefully that one getting stuck is not going to be too big of a problem. We've got a pretty nice spread here, though. Okay, this one is going to be one that we're going to have to let go, but I would like to have very much. Okay, wait. Can we do something now? What's under here? Oh, we can. We can get that 3 by doing this. Awesome. Okay, keep that ace. Another ace, we can actually play that one to the foundation. My luck in this game has been so crazy. This, I don't want to lose, but I don't think we can do anything. We have to hope we get a really nice draw here, a 4, a 6, a king of diamonds. That's not a king of diamonds. That's the worst card to get, actually. Oh, that ace being gone is going to be such a problem. I think that's actually just going to lose us the game outright. Is there anything we can do? I don't think so. That's 3 cards we have to get past to get back to that ace. Without that ace, things are going to be terrible. We're not going to be able to stack this foundation past the king. These diamonds are not going anywhere. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, but I'm not optimistic about our odds of winning this anymore. That ace is really going to make trouble. There's our last queen. And now we really want these last 2 kings. Those would be helpful. Anything we can do with that 6? Possibly. We move this 4 and 3 here. Then we can play the 6 and put the 5 on top. And a 2. There's one of our kings. And And there's a 4, which would be nice. I think we're going to do this just so we can take this 4 and 5 when we need to. Do we have anything with an 8 on the bottom? We do. Is there any chance of us getting down to that 8 that far enough that we can get this 9 under? Maybe. I think I'm going to wait, though. I want to draw a couple. I want to draw that king. And it was the very last card. Okay. Well, our stock is empty. Now we've got to see what we can do and if we can make enough of a miracle to get back to that ace of diamonds. We do have a lot of the low cards, which might just save us. We've got 2 empty spaces. We can make room for this 9. These jacks are going to be so dangerous, though. I think we're just going to take all of these. Okay, the jacks are scary because we can't move them on top of anything. Once a jack is placed at an empty space, that space can never be emptied again. Not an exaggeration. That is the truth. And you can see these diamonds piling up here. They're going to start to become a problem. But as soon as we get that ace, if we get to that ace, we are going to get to the ace. Hang on. We just had enough space to get to the ace, and I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself again this time, but I think we did win this one. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, did my hubris get me again? No, okay, we're good. There's the 7. Okay, I got nervous for a second, but I think we did win. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my win rate in this game lately. You're supposed to only win this game like 1 in 5 games. But I've won like 6 out of my last 7 games somehow. I don't know if I'm just getting insanely lucky, or maybe I'm misremembering the rules or something. I don't know. But there we go, our first win of the night. It's hard to do the fanning out of them because they're so big. So instead, we're just gonna do it like this. There we go. Our first win of 4 seasons. So, I just cut a game, and the reason why is because I got confused as to what the foundation card was. It was Jack, and I just played one before it where the foundation was Queen. So at one point I got confused and I thought the foundation was Queen when it was actually Jack. So I cut that game. We're gonna play another one. Center card, top card. Try to keep these close so they all stay on camera. Bottom card, left card, and right card. Our foundation is 3. That is awesome. already a great start here. And our first card from the deck is a 10. It's tempting to take the 10 and hope we get a 9, but I think the 10 is a little bit too high to be doing those kinds of shenanigans. It's not as important of a card as something a little bit lower. I mean, it is a fairly important card, though. Our foundation starts at 3, so it's sort of like a 7 if we were playing from the ace. I guess it's more like an 8, actually. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave that. We're definitely gonna leave that as well. This can go here. The aces and 2s are good to see early. We don't need those. Here we go, our next foundation. And we actually would have gotten our 9. So we could have saved the 10, but now it's too late to go back for it. Or is it? Oh, I could have played the ace there and then put the king on the ace. Okay, I'm gonna do this. This might be a waste of space. I certainly would not be surprised if I come to regret this, but it just seems convenient. Okay. Let's continue. Another 7. That's a card I would like to keep. I would very much like to keep that card, and I think we're going to. Okay, we get a 6. That's fine to let go. I think we don't even have to because we get a queen. That's nice. Okay. Play this 8 and then move the 7 onto it. Wow, okay. We can get this space back if we wanted by playing the 5, 6, 7, 8 to the foundation. But we're not going to do that quite yet because we don't want to let the foundations get too uneven, but we have that option open if we need it. Thinking about keeping this in case we get a queen, but I think that's too high. We don't need to be doing that. There's our last foundation. Okay. We got them pretty early. And we just get the queen. I'm having crazy luck today. I don't know what to say. We're gonna leave these. Can I get this? Yeah, I think I can. So we'll do this. 5, 6, 6 to here, 7, and then move the 9 and the 8. This foundation ended up going a little bit higher than the others. I'm hoping that won't bite me. Well, actually, no, that's good. We can do that. We can stack the foundations up to 5 safely. Any chance we can... Is this a king under here? It is. But I don't think we can get this ace under the king. And I don't think we really want to anyways. Ace is such a high card. It's fine for that to be near the end. Okay. That's good to have. Okay, we've got a 6 for that. And we don't have a 7 for that, but I'm definitely keeping it. Hoping we get it either a 7 or the 4 of hearts, but also be good. 7 or 4 of hearts. We would like to see either of those. That can go here. Nine. Not super psyched to see that one go by. nor that 8. There we go. Okay. Now it's tempting to keep the 8. I think ultimately it wouldn't be a good idea. Well, what would we even get out of having an empty space at this point? All our piles are stacked very high. It's not like we're going to be able to do any kind of pile transfer with one empty space. So I think honestly it is a good idea to take the 8. That one we're going to have to let go. Okay, there we go. And now we play the 9 and the 8 of hearts. We're hoping for that 4 of hearts soon. That's good too. We wanted that as well. These 10s are nice to have. There we go. Okay. Wow, I think we won again. I don't know what's going on with my luck. Every time, ever since I started using this jumbo deck, my luck in this game has been insane. I don't know why. But I am not complaining. And I think we do want to get this 9 before we start drawing new cards. That can just go on the foundation. And now we get that and that. I don't know if it's actually worth it to keep stacking this up. I think I'm going to keep doing it though. Like, this foundation is falling behind, but I honestly don't think that's a big deal. Like, I think the fact that we'll be able to clear so many cards out of our foundation is, like, awesome, isn't it? Like, I think that's just a good thing. Or out of our waste pile, I mean. Okay. And we get that pile back too. Why not? This is looking like a definite win. Yeah, now we win. There's the queen. Wow. Awesome, awesome games. Okay. I was gonna stop after this game, but I think because these games are going so well, I think I just have to play another one. Let's keep on riding the luck. See if we can get one more win tonight. This has been so fun playing with these jumbo cards, getting all these wins. I'm having a great time tonight. This is a great night for me. Not only is there just something really special about a night of Solitaire where everything is just coming up for you, but doing it with such a fun deck. This is definitely one of the most enjoyable nights of Solitaire that I've had in a while. hope you're enjoying it too. Alright, let's give this one last riffle, and then we'll start our final game. Here we go. Let's see if our luck continues holding out for one more game. Okay. If this is like a king. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, this is... Our base card is a 2, and we start with 3 kings on the tableau. I would be very shocked if we managed to win this one. Okay, well, we did get a queen. We'll do that. An ace. Ace would be nice. It's tempting to keep that 4, but space is just so tight that it's really hard to see that as being a good move. Like, what are the odds we get that space back if we take the 4? We have to leave it. It's such a low card to leave in the waste pile, but I just don't think we have any other options. And there goes another one. Let's actually put this here, because then if we get a queen, we can move this jack and 10. Oh boy. Well, at least we got another foundation, but we're having a lot of low cards very far at the bottom of the waste pile here. I think it's pretty slim odds that we actually managed to win this one. Oh my god, all our 4s at the bottom. It's still not even a queen to get this pile onto here, free up another space. If we could do that, we might be able to keep some of these cards, but the way this is looking right now, we don't have any way of keeping these cards and not having it totally screw us over. We have to keep that. That's like, we have to keep that. And we gotta hope we get that too soon. And we're not. Now we get the queen, but we don't have the space to move the jack and 10 onto the queen. We need the 2 of hearts. And there's no way it's going to show up now. It's going to be at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm glad we got a game like this. This is more typical of what you see in Four Seasons. I don't want to give the impression that this is a game where you just win over and over, or get close to winning over and over. It often looks like this. This is kind of not looking like so bad now, but with all the 4s stuck at the bottom of the waste pile, there's no way we're clearing any of this stuff out ever. Where is that 2? Oh my god. It really is going to be one of the last cards. It was the last card. Okay. Okay, well, there really isn't anything we can do from here. This game is over. And so that was a pretty good night. We had one game that was very, very close. We had 2 winners, and we had one game that was much worse luck, but that's okay. Overall, though, I am super happy this night went. Had some great games, some very exciting games. And it's always fun to have a night where the luck just keeps falling in your favor, especially on a game as tough as this one. So that was 4 seasons with jumbo cards. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. If you're interested in seeing more solitaire videos like this, consider subscribing to my channel if you're still awake. We also play other tabletop games, like, for example, our other series that's going on right now is our 4 Against Darkness series, which is a tabletop dungeon crawling role-playing game. So, if that sounds interesting, consider subscribing for that as well. But for now, that's going to be it. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night, and sleep well.